Alright. Hello, guys. There will be no warning this time. No startup. I want to get straight into this. Because I am kind of setting a time limit for myself here. So I'm just going to go straight into it. Alright. Looks like my bitrate is not good. Why? Why are you being bad, bitrate? Give me a second. I have to turn it down a bit, I guess. Okay. Alright, I'm going straight into it. I guess small little thing. I have kind of done a few attempts off stream with like these two weapons, or this weapon that I'm building, as well as just kind of getting used to the move set on this boss. So, and I'm sorry if the fan is gonna make the microphone sound weird, but I need it. It's so hard today. God damn it, he keeps doing the... I'm taking a risk trying to heal in between that attack. I kept trying. I literally did the same thing twice. Because sometimes he does the last swing and sometimes he doesn't. And I hate that there's no tell to really know if he's doing it or not. So I just went for it. Still, not a bad attempt here. I just need to... I guess... read him a bit better. And one of the attempts I got pretty far actually. I did see another thing that he does in the second phase that I hadn't seen on stream, so there is that as well. Jesus Christ. Sometimes you do still just get staggered by the fucking light, and I hate it. It's probably still the thing that I hate about this boss. It really sucks, because I love the first phase so much. But the light obscuring stuff still, I've said it enough, I don't really want to keep saying it, but I absolutely despise that part of this boss. It goes from being like an S tier boss for me to now being like a C tier. Damn, the late strike. Damn it.
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
I'm so bad at the delay strike still. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I didn't have enough pots for that. That was actually not a bad attempt. But I did have my physic, but I'm saving my physic for when he jumps into the air. Which he was going to do very soon. A few more hits and it probably would have triggered him to do it. I'm just kind of keeping that as a safety measure, because I've only really seen that once. So I don't know how to deal with it yet. I just gotta do a bit better than that. That was a bad fucking dodge. God damn it, I hate when he doesn't start with the big, like, explosion at the beginning. That completely throws me off. God damn it. Just fucking do what you usually do, man. What the fuck? I don't get it. Sometimes he just doesn't fucking do it. Does something completely different, and I hate it. Suddenly becomes RNG based. Because I want to rebuff while he does that. Thank you. I hate that attack. There is so much shit to dodge in that small window. You just can't dodge all of it. Like, you would need to block it pretty much, which I could do. I do have a shield on my offhand. I might actually have to do that. Problem is you can't dodge the, what's it called? The gravity attack. Or block it. Bad start. God damn it. I'm so bad when he does the long winding up ones. Yeah, I'll restart that one. Because Jesus Christ, when he does the long winding up ones, he does it somewhat rarely for me. So when he actually pulls them out, I always dodge way too fast. Again, it's so fucking slow. Now it's just all the most annoying attacks he's got for me. Damn it. Once again, it's always the slow ones. Every fucking time. God damn it. There's definitely a skill problem. I'm super bad at dealing with those. Still, it sucks. I should be dealing with them better. So it definitely is a little demoralizing when I keep screwing them up. Damn. Didn't dodge in time. Do your shit. Thank you. God damn it, I hate that move so much. It's gonna be bad. Yeah, it's just kind of an awkward like start to the second phase here. Not a bad attempt overall though. Go away, bloodstains. Early. Damn. That attack I will always get hit by. It will always hit me on the backswing because of the way I'm dodging it, and I don't know. It's too late for me to try and swap out my strategy for that. Yeah, I always kind of smork super hard in the first phase. I don't really heal, just to try and keep the blood flame going, because I won't have any chance to reapply it unless it does something specific. Also, I need to get better at using my rune arcs. That extra stamina will help me a lot. Alright, come on. Jump me. Please. Oh my fucking god. Damn it, the delayed strikes! God damn it. This can't keep happening. It's also really fucking hot today. So I hope that it won't be too distracting, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm literally only playing because I promised to do the DLC on stream. Otherwise I probably wouldn't be. Because it's so hot today, I do not want to wear a headset. At least until the sun goes down. So the late smite stream should still work out okay, if I can kill the boss in time. Fuck me, dude. Always getting hit by that. And the delayed. Why am I so bad at dealing with those? Fuck, man. It is crazy how bad I'm at dealing with that. Alright, no strategy. We're standing up. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but this shit is loud. It needs some oil. Alright. We're standing up. I have a lot of uneasiness in my body. I need to move. I didn't use any rune arc, but whatever. Fuck you. Why would you do this? I'm fucking dead. I'm not dead. Man, fuck you for doing that. You fucking asshole. Damn it. This motherfucker, just do the thing! Do the thing you do 95% of the time. Do the big explosion, I can rebuff, but no. Be fucking annoying and do something else. Damn, that's a good run too. Yeah. I need to get better, I just use my rune arcs. I still have a pretty decent amount left, so... Hopefully it won't take 80 more tries on this boss. Let's fucking move. That was a good attempt, man. I was on track for that. But that stupid fucking... Goddamn, so many other attacks would have been fine. Still, I stand by. Like, I do think this boss would have been so much better if you could actually see the boss moving half the time, because the fucking Miquella's hair is fucking covering so much of Radahn. It's fucking annoying. You can't see what the fuck is happening. I can't see which chain he's starting up. That's my biggest problem on this boss. Because I pretty much know all of his moves at this point, but sometimes I just cannot see which one it is. I'm very okay with it being fast, I just hate that I can't see it. Just jump. That was also kind of sloppy. I definitely had moments where I could have attacked, where I just wasn't sure what he was doing again. Very cool visually, fucking sucks to see. Like, I could kill it with like a summon somewhat easily probably, but at this point I've gotten too far without anything, so... That works, but would have liked him to not get hit. Alright, thank God. Alright, I know it only took 40 minutes on stream. Goddamn. Good job. I got the lucky proc in the end. I was lucky with the attacks that he was using. So... Goddamn. My heart rate. I'm just shaking so much. He's hard as fuck. This is the hardest boss FromSoft has made, at least for me. Because this boss, before this, Melania and Sword Saint Ishin were the two highest in terms of kill count. Radahn, in this case, I didn't count this time, because I was streaming, so it was a bit harder for me. Normally I would just write it down every time I died, just for fun. But it's well over 100. Absolutely well over 100. Because just in terms of rune arcs, there's so many times I did not use a rune arc, and I've used 60 or so rune arcs. I had like 40-ish in like stored, and I mean, now I'm down to almost 80. So goddamn. But also, thank God. Alright. Is this it though? I know most of the DLCs don't have like an ending cutscene, so is this just the end? Or do we get some kind of cutscene at the end here? I'm hoping for a cutscene, just to finish it off. But yeah, thank you for the few people that stuck through the Elden Ring playthrough. I really appreciate it. I get that people mostly watch me for Smite stuff, so this was a bit of a new experience for me. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Okay, I do see something over there. Can I level up though? No, I do not have enough for that. Alright, that's gonna have to wait. But goddamn, I will definitely do another playthrough. Probably not on stream though, but oh, it's right here. Touch memory. I'll definitely do another playthrough with these weapons, because I really enjoyed the backhand weapons, and I can't believe it's the weapon I ended up killing the final boss with. Because for the whole playthrough, I used this hammer, the anvil hammer. Pretty much all the way through, and I do think it's a very good weapon. In most cases, even better than the backhand weapons, just because of the stagger in general. But anyway, touch memory. What do we got?
Lord brother, I'm going to be a god. If we honor our part of the vow, promise me you'll be my consort.
Still weird.
I'll make the world a gentler place.
Also, we're the villains. Why did we stop him? I'm still not sure I get that. Okay. Why did we stop him? Because, as far as I know, Mikula didn't necessarily do anything bad. As he was just kind of saying. I mean, it might just be like a sinister, like, overtone, but underneath he's evil. But everyone said he was kind. I haven't seen anything myself where I'm instantly like, yeah, he's evil. No, I don't see it. He seems kind. Even to stop us, he would give us a, a gentle death. It's not like he was just like, yep, alright, you're my enemy. Time to brutally murder you. So I'm guessing this is just it. No other memory. Also, just a small side note, I do wish we heard Radahn speak. I wanted to like get a sense of his personality through his like some voice lines, but oh well. Damn. What a great DLC though. Very hard for sure. I definitely did it once hard, without a doubt. Relana was difficult, but also a boss where my build was just not good against her. So I struggled on that one pretty heavily. In this boss, I absolutely adore the first phase. It was so much fun. And while I did, after like, in retrospect, I did enjoy the second phase, but I don't like how obscure the Radahn character model is behind all the hair of Mikola. Because I think that made an unnecessary difficulty for me. Because I could no longer see what the boss was doing. And not even just the hair, it's also just the constant light after every attack. Like, when you're in front of the boss like this, right? Or you like dodge into him or back, or whatever the case may be, the light generally hits right behind you, and so you can't fucking see. So there's definitely a few things on this boss I feel like could have been much better. Because I do think it is a good boss. But it kind of suffers from the same issue as Melania for me. Whereas, it seems like... cool. I guess I'll check the arena for other stuff. It feels like the boss relies too much on a single thing. Whereas obviously in this boss, it's not so much a single thing, it's just the overall mechanic with the light constantly blinding me. But I also didn't enjoy Melania that much outside of just Waterfall Dance, really. Because I thought the boss was super fun for the most part, but Waterfall Dance just felt like it was such a dominant thing that it took away from the rest of her tools. But yeah, that's a different discussion. Overall, this DLC is absolutely like a 9.5, 10 out of 10 type of situation for me. It's pretty much everything I wanted it to be. Favorite boss? Probably Mesmer, to be honest. Mesmer or... I mean, honestly, you know what? Since I did this so early, let me see if I can find a tier list. I might as well end this off with a tier list in terms of bosses. That could be fun. So I will sit here. Let me see if I can find a tier list. I imagine someone may already have made one, hopefully. Yes, but this also seems to be all of the bosses, even like the dungeon bosses. That's fine with me. We can do all of them. Let me throw this up here and grab you. Okay. I'll make myself a little bit smaller here. Okay. Awesome. Let me close Elden Ring in the back, just because my PC is absolutely overheating, so let me lessen its burden by closing my game first. Alright. Let's do this. This is also in terms of difficulty. Can I... I'll just remove all of the I don't need all of the extra text. Because I'll be judging, I'll say it in a bit, but I'll be judging bosses on everything, not just lore, like, well, even lore, like presentation, obviously boss design, mechanically how it felt to play against, like basically just everything. So, okay, this should be good enough. Alright, let's start with the number one, Ancient Dragon Man. I mean, it's a human boss, right? So it has its flaws, and with my hammer build, I staggered the human bosses super easily. So they were generally pretty easy, but this guy was kind of scary. I remember him having the weapon, the katana, which I haven't tried myself, but it had a pretty cool move. But like, it's a human boss. I mean, it's probably gonna get a D just for that. They don't really do much, and they aren't unique for the most part. So I'll just give it a D. I can always adjust later. Ancient Dragon Senesax. This is pretty simple for me, like just kind of middle of the road. We dealt with these dragons so much in the base game. They're not hard anymore, and it weren't unique to any of the ones from the base game. So I'll put it in the middle. I do enjoy the dragon fights in Elden Ring. I think they're pretty good overall, even just the world dragons. So yeah. Bale the Dread. Bale is interesting to me. Obviously, I did do the summon thing because of the story. But even before I did that, I got him pretty low myself, so I figured he's probably not going to be that hard. But in terms of presentation, the visuals, like even the story behind this, I think is awesome. It's probably one of the best dragon fights, I think. So I'll give him an A. I enjoyed that very much. Black Knight Edred. Once again, just like a standard enemy. Probably put him down here even. I killed so many of these guys before I found this guy. It's pretty recent too. I'm pretty sure I found this guy as just like exploring like yesterday actually. So either that it was, and actually I think it was Garu. So I'll throw these guys here. Like they're not bad, but they're just standard enemies. This guy I feel like I want to give a bit more. Black Jail Knight. He's one of the first bosses you really meet if you just kind of follow the main path. In one of the smaller side dungeons. He's hard as shit. When you meet him the first time, he has so much HP for no reason, and he will just simply 2 or 3 shot you. And I think it's pretty like good wake up call getting into the DLC. I'll give him a slightly higher than the others. So he's cool. And he didn't have a fully like he did have some uniqueness because of the weapon he had. So he had a projectile that you had to deal with. But all right, I'll give him a bit more for the wake up call. Bloodchief Fiend. Actually, at this one I did meet yesterday. I don't really care about these, to be fair. They're literally just a normal enemy. To judge the boss, probably down here again. Because I don't think they're bad. They're really not. It's a standard enemy boss. I don't really care much for these. You meet them so many times, and usually they don't do anything unique. They just have a health bar, This motherfucker. For now, he might just go down here. This man has so many weird hitboxes. Commander Gaius. Commander Gaius was difficult. I think visually he was really cool, but he was an awkward fucking fight. Like I actually feel like he's a worse tree sentinel. For the most part, he was just kind of like he charged you. The charge feel like it shouldn't have hit you, and it's just it took like 70% of your health. He just felt unfair or like hard in a not fun way. So I'll give him an E. I thought he was kind of meh. I do not know about Count Ymir. I didn't fight Count Ymir specifically, unless they're talking about like the Mother of Fingers. I'll leave him here for now, just because I'm not sure yet. Cursed Blade Lapirith. Who was this again? This was the shadow, like that was one of the weird spinny dudes that just instead on this boss battle made everything shadow. It was cool enough, I think, somewhat unique. But again, still a standard enemy that I have met so many times throughout the DLC. So not really much else for me to say there. Same thing with this one. Dancer of Rana. It's very, very easy with the build that I had. With a massive hammer, they just staggered on every single hit. They just died. I don't really have a big opinion on them. Now, these guys were fucking hard for me. I might actually throw them up here. These were very good. I really enjoyed the Death Knight fights. Death Knight 1 and 2 here. I don't remember if there was any difference between them, but they were really cool. I liked them a lot. They were honestly the first wake-up call for me, because I met them before, or the first one before I met Rolana, I believe. And goddamn, that was the first one that truly challenged me in the DLC. Even though I don't think it took that many deaths. It was like our attempts, maybe like 4 or 5-ish on the first one. But even then, that was pretty high for what I was dealing with at the time. Like I was just ruffle stomping everything. So it was nice meeting something that finally gave me some kind of challenge. Deathrite Bird, you can get the fuck out. I don't care. You're a guy's level. I still don't like them very much. I mean, I guess it's fine, I guess, but you met so many of them, I don't care. Whatever. Demi-human, Queen, Marga, same kind of thing. You met them so many times in the base game. This one though, this one was really cool. Demi-human, Swordmaster, Ons. Very surprising. Like a very small demi-human. It's Yoda, all right? It's Yoda, and it was super cool. It was very surprising. It wasn't that hard. Again, massive hammer, instant stagger on the smaller enemies, but this was really really cool and a very nice surprise. So I liked it a lot. Divine Beast, Dancing Lion. I think this boss is very good, but also suffers from the usual big and fast enemy results in camera being your enemy as well. The camera on this boss kind of sucks. It also kind of sucks on Radahn, as we've talked about a few times during the whole boss fight, but I do think it is a good boss, and it's very cool. Like, this motherfucker is the fucking avatar running around with all the elements. So I do think it's very cool, but I think B is good enough. It wasn't that good, but it was good. Fallen Star Beast. You know what? I'm going to do something here still. F can be repeated boss. Kinda whatever. So demi-human, that boss. So not bad again, but just we've met them before. I don't like, you can get my thoughts on it, but come on. I mean, we met them so many times. Whatever. I don't think they're bad, as I said, but I don't have a fresh opinion on them because I've dealt with them so many times through so many playthroughs. I do not know what my initial impression was. I just think they're fine now. The Furnace Golems. I'll put them up here as well, because in terms of the boss fight itself, I mean, it's a Tower Knight, right? We've dealt with this types of gimmick in a few Souls games at this point, so not bad. And in terms of presentation with them running around the open world, I think that's where they truly shine for me. They were like super beautiful sprinkles on a cupcake. They were super cool just for that. So they rank pretty highly for me. I thought they did so much for the open world that I'm willing to put them up beside some of the really good bosses. Even though you can argue they were a little repetitive, that's fine, but yeah. They hit me pretty hard. Ghost Flame Dragon, repeated boss. Even though this is slightly different, obviously, with the Ghost Flame, but it didn't do anything unique. Outside of maybe exploding. I think that might be the only thing that was unique. But again, I enjoy these, but repeated boss, I'll just throw them down here. I don't have a whole lot of opinions on them. Just, I enjoyed it. It's fine. Golden Hippo. Very cool. I do think it's very cool. And this one was also unique. Even though there was a few hippos out in the world, this is the only one that had unique abilities. So it is unique as well. I like that. A big boss, super slow to the point where it actually kind of fucked with me. Because it had such slow attacks that I sometimes I couldn't time my dodges very well. But it's also very easy. It was a big target, and at the time, by the time I kind of met it, I felt like it was pretty easy. Maybe they also switched my build. Again, big hammer, stagger easily, and I did so much damage to it. So for me, it was very easy. I think it's kind of middle of the road. It was fine. Alright. Jagged Peak Drake. That's the repeated one, right? The one on the stomach. One of the stomach drakes, or salamanders looking motherfuckers. That's fine. Don't really care much for that. Lamenter. I don't think I have met Lamenter. I'll just leave it then. Same thing with Count Ymir, because Count Ymir, for me, I just completed his quest, so. Mesmer the Impaler. I think he's an instant S for me. Arguably my favorite boss of the DLC. I thought he was really hard but fair. I completed him somewhat quickly, like in less than 10 attempts, but had I fucked up that attempt, it might have taken me another 10 or another 20 attempts to get him. So I thought it was super cool. I look forward to playing against him again. That's about it. I thought it was super cool. Animation's obviously awesome. He had a super cool like cutscene for the second phase. truly setting up the presentation. He had an intro cutscene and also a second phase cutscene, so he's the big boy, you could say, in this. And yeah, Meteor Mother of Fingers, I actually thought was super cool. Presentations, like very, very cool. Like also it being a boss locked behind a quest line, I think is also pretty cool. I generally like bosses like that. So awesome. Was it the best boss? No, not really. Like it definitely had some weird things being a big hitbox and all that, but it also wasn't that hard. So I think that's where it becomes a bit better for me because this boss could have been very frustrating if it was also very hard, but it wasn't. It was cool. I just liked it. Super cool presentation. So it gets some plus points for me for that. But yeah, all right. Mitra, a lot of Frenzied Flame, I think is an S tier for me. Kind of in the same vein as Mesmer, is a boss that has very easily telegraphed attacks that you can clearly see what's happening, but it's still somewhat difficult. He wasn't as difficult as Mesmer, I think, but somewhat. I actually think I died more to Mitra than Mesmer, but um, as I said before, one more death against Mesmer, he probably would have killed me way more. But yeah, I kind of in the same boat. They're kind of similar too, I think. They have very fast attacks, very hard-hitting attacks, but you could clearly see the animations, what was going on, when to dodge and all that, but still, they managed to still be difficult at the same time. I love that stuff. Not to mention, my favorite ending was the Frenzied Flame ending. I even have on my character, like, the Frenzied Eyes. So, thematically, this was fucking awesome. The dungeon down there set the stage for all of this. It was just super cool. Like, with the presentation of it all, Mitra might be higher than Mesmer for me, but I'll keep it like this for now. I do think Mesmer, if it's just based on the boss battles, Mesmer still takes it. Pure Descent Knight, I think it's just fine. It was very, very easy. Thematically, super cool, which is why he's going to be up here at B. It was kind of it took one attempt. He was super easy for me at least, so I'll put him up here. I also fought him very late in the game, so that's also something. Radahn, Consort of Miquella. Well, I need to think about where I want to put him, because first phase, an actual S tier for me. This is kind of a Radagon or a final boss from the base game situation for me too. Because in the base game, Radagon is my favorite boss. If you only count the first phase. Because I don't like the Elden Beast, which a lot of people did. I might like it now that they have changed that you can use torrenting as the boss, which is super cool. I actually really want to play the game just for that again, just so I can try it. But anyway, Radahn's second phase is not as good as the first one, I think. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but for the sake of the tier list, I will repeat myself. Radahn's second phase has a few problems for me. One, the player model, or not the player model, the boss model, Radahn is completely covered from the back with Miquella's hair. You can't see shit on what he's doing sometimes because there is so much fucking hair in front of him. You can't see which animation he's doing. That was a problem for me in reading what the hell was happening. I don't like that. I think that's unnecessary difficulty. On top of that, second thing, all the light happening with every single swing of Radahn results in, if you're in front of the boss and it will do a swing in front of, towards your camera, that light will generally hit you right in front of your face. Not even necessarily my character, but where your camera is. Or my character, but in front of the camera. So you just get blinded for no reason and suddenly you get hit because you just couldn't see anything. I also think that's a flaw. I think that is kind of weak design. That being said, I do think the boss overall, in terms of presentation, the characters there, like Miquella and Radahn, are massive lore characters. I love the lore of Elden Ring. I know what's going on for the most part. The hype I felt when the cutscene happened, and when you saw it was Radahn. I'm not gonna lie though. When Miquella started talking about bringing his brother back, I was hoping it was gonna be Godwyn. Like a friend of mine, I was kind of thinking, oh shit, could it be Godwyn? Because that's something we haven't seen. We have obviously seen Radahn in some fashion, even though it's kind of a zombie version of him. But still, Radahn is super cool. Seeing him in his prime was super fucking cool. There's nothing else for me to say. I think he goes up here, but I have a hard time putting him much higher than that because of the flaws that he had. I think he was much harder for unnecessary reasons than he needed to be. Okay, next up, Rayla the Great Red Bear. It's another room bear. We know how it goes. It was pretty cool though. It had a bunch of new moves, so still nothing really for me. I think most of the bosses down here are just okay for me. Some are good, but they're repeat enemies, so they go in there. Red Bear. I don't think I remember Red Bear. Might not have met it. I still haven't explored everything. I'm just, you know, at this point I was reaching a point where I have basically done everything that I can find. So for now, I will just do the final boss. I'll probably just explore a little bit on my own in my own time for the rest of it, and just have some fun without having to, you know, stream any of it. Relana, my first wall. Where do I want to put her? Relana for me was very frustrating because of the build that I had. I feel like was probably the biggest issue. And kind of like in the beginning when I was facing Radahn, I refused to change because I didn't want to get used to a full new moveset, when can I strike, all of this fun stuff. Even though that can be fun figuring out, it takes a long time. And Rolano was thinking, it's fine, I can just learn the moveset, it's alright. I couldn't just learn the moveset. It took me about 3 hours to kill Rolana. It was hard as shit. So overall, I do think it is a good boss. Very, very, very cool design. Like her armor set is one of the coolest things, possibly the coolest armor set that you find in the DLC, or can get in the DLC. So no complaints here, to be honest. I want to try her with a different build. I think it's probably the best way I can put it. I do think she's an A. I don't really think she has any massive flaws outside of maybe she's a little too fast. Because sometimes it's going to be one of those cases where you dodge backwards and she's already like spinning and hitting you as you go out of the immunity frames. I think that's a bit much. But that's kind of the only thing stopping her from being an S tier for me. I think she's super cool. But hard as shit. Romina, Saint of the Bud. Kind of here, I guess. Very, very easy boss. Super easy boss. Kind of in the golden hippo situation where they just don't have a whole lot of health. They just, like, I might have met them super late, but they took so much damage from me. And very easily staggered too. This is again one of the cases where the only two bosses that really gave me a massive amount of trouble was Radahn and Relana. My big hammer, I ran the anvil hammer, I believe it's just called. It dumpstered almost everything in front of me at all times. So these bosses might be much better on other builds, and with my build they were kind of just too easy to almost have an opinion on them. Thematically, very cool, which is why I'll give it a C and not just a D. So yeah, that's about it. Another bear, that's fine. You heard my thoughts on the other one. Scattletree Avatar. Ooh, very cool boss. Super cool thematically. Scattletree Avatar. Very, very unique mechanic. The first one we've seen, I believe, in terms of FromSoft. And that gets a pretty big plus for me. I don't even think it has any flaws. I did one-shot this boss, but I do not think it was easy. Once again, I had a very good build against it, but holy shit do I want to do this boss again. This is probably one of the bosses I want to play against the most. So, I think, yeah, honestly, that probably goes into A for me. Even like a low S, probably. I think Scattletree Avatar was fucking awesome. Super cool boss. Alright. Tree Sentinels, you know the deal. We met so many of these in the base game. They're cool. I like them a lot. I think they're better than Gaius. Gaius can suck a dick. Alright. Yep. That's about it. Yori Elder Inquisitor. I believe this was just a normal enemy as well, right? Yeah, this was a normal enemy. I mean, yeah, they're really easy. I probably one-shot this guy as well. Oh, what was this guy before the he was the beginning of the Abyss, I believe, right? Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's a normal enemy. Doesn't really matter. Another NPC boss here as well. Rakshasa. Another human enemy. Again, With my hammer build, I staggered any human ally or enemy super easily. It was not a problem at all. I don't think a single one outside of Black Jill Knight, being as early as it was, like, was any issue for me. So I'm not even sure. I don't even remember if I died to Black Jail Knight. I just remember him being tougher than the other ones. He's the most memorable for me. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't remember if I've met Red Bear, Lamenter, or Count Ymir. Count Ymir, I assume it's if you attack him, he kind of becomes a boss fight. Did I fight him? I don't remember. But I mean, if I fought him, that's not a good sign for him on the tier list. Because I don't remember if I did. Scouter was your favorite, challenging but not frustrating? Yeah, exactly. I think it was super cool. Absolutely awesome fight. Do I want to change anything on this list? I'll probably take Black Jill Knight down a little bit. I don't think he's on the level of Rodan. Same thing with Ons. Actually, you know what? Maybe this is what I do instead. I'll put him up to A, because I do think these deserve to be here as well. I think so. Yeah. I think that's where my mine ends. My gut feeling... Goddamn. My gut feeling kind of says this, though. I really like Lord of Frenzied Flame Boss. It was so cool. It really had me going. But I think it's safe to say for me that Mesmer and Midra were probably my favorites. They hit me just right, both like thematically, how the boss fights felt, whereas, Scadutree might have been higher. I mean, higher, it's in S, but it might have taken that little step further if I actually died to it just once. Because I really didn't see. I mean, Neo in my chat as well said that it sucks that I killed it so fast, because apparently I missed some of its moves. So that's unfortunate. I look forward to doing it again in a different playthrough, but I killed it very easily in my playthrough. So, well, no, let me rephrase that. I killed it in my first attempt, but it was not very easily, because I believe I only had a smidge of health left and no more pots. So I still kind of got clapped, but I did kill it in my first attempt. Let's see. Maybe the Death Knights are a bit too high. No, I don't regret that. I think they're very good. I do think the Mother of Fingers is a bit too high. I don't think she's on the level of Rolana and the rest. Mother of Fingers was very cool though, but mostly in terms of thematically and like the story implications, which I think is super cool. But outside of that, it wasn't that good of a boss fight. It was just kind of your natural, usual big boss slapping you all over the place. So, cool nonetheless. And I think that pretty much does it for the list then. I'll put this thing down as well. Producer Night wasn't that good, but it was good enough. I think that pretty much does it for the tier list then. Very good DLC. If I had to judge the DLC, probably, I don't know, 9.5/10 out of 10 for me, I think. Difficulty was nice. I'm very glad that there was some challenging stuff in here. I do wish that the things that truly challenged me were also something that were also really difficult. Because the two things that really challenged me was Rolana and Radahn, and they had a smidge of unfairness, I think. They weren't like comparatively to, let's say, some of the Bloodborne DLC bosses, let's say, like Orphan of Cause or Gale or like Ludwig, whatever you want to call it. They weren't that type of boss for me in this DLC. They weren't a boss that beat those, but I think some of these got pretty close. So I think that is pretty much my final say on it. And before I end off the stream and go into Smite, let me go back into Elden Ring and see what I get out of the Remembrance. Just so that, in case some people want to see that. Because I definitely want to see it. I forgot about checking that. But yeah, what a W DLC. And to the people who think it's too hard, it's not. It's really not. I think this was a good difficulty, and it's. You gotta remember that this is made for people who's been playing the Souls games for super long. And Elden Ring gives you the most tools to defeat bosses, like summons, like really broken builds, like blood. It's just called bleed. The bleed effect and frostbite are super powerful. And bleed is very good against Radahn, the final boss, as is frost against Rellana. So if those are the two bosses you also struggled with, just find a build that works and use a summon, you're gonna be just fine. It's really not that difficult. Also, let me swap my camera. So, I also feel like the people who saying it's too difficult, if you're a Souls player and you say that, go back and replay the Dark Souls and Bloodborne DLCs. If you're a new player, okay, you're new, fair enough, but this isn't new. This is what the DLCs are, alright? Go play Sekiro. Let's see how you do. There are some bosses in Sekiro that will absolutely destroy your ass. The amount of times I've seen people say Demon of Hatred needs to be nerfed is unreal. But that's also pretty funny. Demon of Hatred in Sekiro feels like a Dark Souls boss, whereas most of the bosses, or a lot of bosses in Elden Ring, feel like Sekiro bosses. With how fast they are. Like Rellana and Melania would slap as Sekiro bosses. Okay. Now, yeah, there's nothing else here. If anyone is still around that has defeated the final boss as well, do we know if there is more to it than this? I found the remembrance in the middle of the arena, but that's about it. Is there anything else new after the boss is dead? I'll give the game a chance to load here. Man, I do not know if I want to take this character into New Game Plus 2 though. I did realize yesterday that one of the reasons why this may be harder for me than it was for some of my friends, I am playing this on New Game Plus 1. So I do not know if that slight smidge in extra powerful bosses has had any influence, but I'm guessing it obviously wasn't the biggest reason. Because I was just kind of bad at dealing with the boss. Also, I'm just gonna take... Oh my god, I got a cramp. I was gonna say I'm gonna take the time to stretch a bit, and then I got a fucking cramp. Oh. Alright, let's see. Are we just gonna get Radahn's gear again? But like, his prime gear? Wait, individual weapons? Lord Light. Weird. So there are multiple... Interesting. They just have a different ability to them. That's the only difference. And they also require dex? Dex weapons? Nasty. I guess I'll wait. Because I don't remember if I have any mausoleums left. Because I used all the new ones in the DLC. All the... Oops. Let's check the gear. All the... What are they called? I guess they're just called mausoleums. The duplication of remembrances. Oh yeah, that is different. Cool. It's very Roman. Is that just me? It definitely feels like it has a very Roman look to it. I do think it's cooler than his old gear, though. Let's take a look at it. How tanky is it? It's just as tanky, it seems, as his old gear. Oh yeah, I think that's way cooler. The old gear looks a bit funny on the player character. This looks awesome. Do have my crazy chaos eyes. This doesn't even make me heavy too, so I might stick to this for a little while. Cool. Let me check in this world if I have any mausoleums left. Because I would like to duplicate. If I can. At least the 2 swords. I just need 1. I hope you EU folks are alright. Alright, this guy's still alive, that's for sure. Because it is hot right now. Oh yeah, it's this way. Big boy still around. I'll grab it from him then. Don't jump. Oh my god. Rude. Oh, uh-oh. You going down? Seems like it. Oh, well, that interests that. It was on the other side. Yeah, I'll say it once again too. I really appreciate the few people sticking by for the... We're stopping by? Oh, I have to use it, do I? Damn. Stopping by for the Elden Ring streams. I get that it's not Smite, but... I appreciate it nonetheless. It made the chat a bit less dead. I very much appreciate that. Get the Lord Sword first. Where's it? Especially on the long streams of just going against bosses. Because personally, I feel that's when it gets the most boring to me. Some people very much enjoy the boss progress stuff. I'm not as much into that when I watch people. Unless they're very funny for some reason. But usually I want to see the exploration stuff. That's what gets me. I want to see what's happening out in the world, even though I have been. I just want to see people react to all the fun stuff out there. And that's some really, really fun exploration in this DLC. Oh, I guess I can't do it. Oh, man. Because it's DLC stuff? No, that's not true. Am I blind? Maybe it's because I did this one... Let me test something. Because I can hear this guy still around as well, over here. Maybe I did this one too early. Maybe I can't do it now because for some reason I used the remembrance after. Alright, let's get you down. Oh. This is New Game Plus, so I haven't gotten everything here either. But I have almost explored everything. Don't jump. Man. Of all the weapons that I would have expected to use, I did not expect the backhand weapons to be what I went against the final boss with, I'm not gonna lie. It is really not that... oh my god. Not my type of weapon generally. Where's the door at? Not over here. Never mind. It's on this side. Of course it is. There's a place to duplicate members in the DLC area. Might have to do it there. Yeah, the problem is I used all three of this. All three of them. In the DLC. Unless you can use them again. But I already used the ones... I don't know, it just seems kind of weird. Like, why can't you use the last one? Because I can, like... these are DLC remembrances, you know? So... But unfortunately, I used the three that's available in the DLC. For other things. Which is... well, which was a stupid idea. Not knowing when what the last remembrance was gonna give me. It's not the... it's not the worst, but it does suck. I hope you can reuse them, but I imagine that they work the same way as the old ones, and you just can't. Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, because I've used all of the three in the DLC. Oh well. Let me give the sword a try then. And see if it's even something for me. Where is it? Oh yeah, never mind. I can't even use it because it's a dex weapon. Oh, it will still give you the double hand or the two hand though. Yeah. How much dex do I have? Not enough. I can tell you that. Come here, fly. Yeah, it does seem to be just... obviously it would look cooler with the effect on it, but I do recognize this hit chain that he did. And that takes all my stamina to use too. But cool. I am glad I was able to finish DLC today. Because with what's upcoming, I obviously have some other games. I have Smite that I generally, you know, need to stream as my main thing. And we have Smite 2 coming on in this weekend. And I would prefer to focus on that rather than the Elden Ring DLC. At least on stream. I'm still gonna play Elden Ring in my own time. 100%. And on top of that, I do play some Final Fantasy XIV, and the new expansion literally drops on Friday as well. So there's gonna be a lot of shit that I want to check out during the weekend. So for now, I will end it here, and I will swap over to Smite. I just need to walk my dog first, then I'll be back. So I will end the stream and be back in about 30 minutes to maybe 45 minutes, at max an hour, hopefully. So thank you guys. Hello? Something dying in the back? So thank you guys always, as always. I really fucking appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye bye.